big thank you for being here. I appreciate you coming and taking a little bit of your morning time off. But there's a couple of things that we've started noticing in the primary school since I've been, well, for quite a while now to be honest, but more recently there's been, we've noticed, especially the year 3s and year 2s, they're becoming a little bit more advanced than we'd planned on them becoming in terms of digital literacy, way more than any of us in here were ever at their age. And it's not surprising. I'm telling you something that you probably know. We're living in a digital age where everybody's got an iPhone. You know, I'm seeing like 5, 6-year-olds walking around. I've got a little 2.5-year-old boy, and he's confident. Like when he gets sick of Thomas the Tank Engine app, he can close that down, swipe across, and open up his Peppa Pig app, and he's 2.5. So what started happening is we started seeing children excelling in what websites they're visiting, and generally how they're communicating with each other online. I teach over at the high school, and we teach e-safety as part of our Year 7, Year 8 and Year 9 curriculum. Every year we cover that, and that's always been important for us. And I've been working at the primary now for since Year 1, since we're in the little hut in the car park. And I never really planned, to be honest, on delivering e-safety sessions to Year 1s. It was never at the top of my agenda. It was like, this is a keyboard, this is a mouse, this is what I thought I would be delivering. And it was becoming quite apparent to me that they knew the way around certain websites, and I was thinking, they know what a keyboard is, and I've had to change the way I teach my lessons to Year 1s and 2s because they're just way more fun, and it's quite frightening, to be honest, what I've seen. In Year 3, I've become aware of a pupil, I won't know any names, who's got his own YouTube channel, and he's uploaded about 15 videos to YouTube. And it was at that point where I realised I need to do something really now with the parents, where we're getting to a point not where we're viewing stuff, but we're uploading stuff to something as, you know, available as YouTube. That's the bit where I need to be having a chat with you guys now, going, if they're uploading stuff, they're definitely viewing things that are out there, 100% positive about it. It was nothing malicious, by the way. It was just a pupil who was singing. He was just singing and recording themselves singing and putting singing videos up. So it was all nice and innocent. I watched them all, actually, all of the videos that were on there, just to check there wasn't anything untoward, but it was all innocent. And I think that's what they are up to and including Year 3. Our kids are so innocent at this point. And this leads me on to my next point. They're also very honest. They're so honest, it's unbelievable. So when I speak to like a Year 3 pupil on a Thursday afternoon when I teach computing, and I say, what are you doing? They'll just tell me. They'll tell me. And I'm absolutely positive if they'll speak to me honestly, they'll speak to you guys honestly as your parents. And we're hearing a lot of stuff at the minute about, there's so many e-safety concerns on the line. They're in the newspaper every day. Man gets locked up for grooming children here, you know, and it's groups of people, and it's in all areas of the country, I hear it almost every morning when I'm driving in on the radio, some story of some online safety issue. You know, for every one that we probably hear about in the news, there's probably 1,000 other attempts or cases that just we don't hear about. And that's one of the reasons I'm here now. So I've covered that first bullet point. Our children are now exploring the internet earlier than ever before, so true. As our children become more digitally aware, we need to do the same. That's quite obvious, isn't it, guys? And one of the main reasons us to run this was just to, if you're unsure about any apps that you've got on your phones at all, we'll have a look at those apps with you. Check that you know how to set your privacy settings. And there's also another setting on there which is quite important. It's called your location settings. So when a child uploads a post, if they do, or if they're playing on something, it can record what location they're doing that from. So there's two of the key things that we'll look at with your devices today. If you've got any other advanced issues, we may be able to help you. If you haven't, we can take them away, have a look at them, and then get back to you if we can take your details. So, according to NSPCC, parents are missing vital information in online safety talks with the children. So, the key thing at Year 1, 2 and 3 that I'm reading from CEOP, from NSPCC, is just that parents aren't just having a little chat with the kids about what they're doing online. They just let them go online. I mean, I'm guilty with my little boy. I sometimes leave him for 20, 30 minutes with an app. You know, like when I'm running around the house like a headless chicken, he's just playing with his app. And he's not at the age where I can have a conversation with him, but the children that we've got now here, they're at an age where we can have a conversation with them and we can say, what you're doing, what we're playing with. So this has just been taken straight from the NSPCC. This isn't something I've made. This is something that professionals in this field that take phone calls all day long from have built. So if you can't read it at the back, I'll just read it out for you. So exploring sites and apps together. Talk about what might be okay for children of different ages. Ask your child what sites or apps they like. Write a list and look at them together. That's a big one, I think. Just spending 5 minutes with your child and just going, so what are you doing on this app? What are you doing on this app? It just lets them know that you know what they're doing. The second they think that you know what they're doing is the minute that they'll think twice about maybe, doing something a bit silly on there or not talking to you. If they know that you talk to each other about looking at apps, there may be that time where they come across an app that they shouldn't, and they go, this has happened here, Dad, or this has happened, Mum, what's this about? Be positive about what you see. So if you ever get on anything that's a bit dodgy, don't shout at them for getting on it, if you can. It might be a bit hard, it might frighten you, let alone them. But just say, all right, okay, and talk to them in that kind of way. That way you won't frighten them about coming to you for the next time or the time after. Talk to your child about what you think is appropriate, but also involve them in the conversation. Ask what they think is okay for children of different ages. They'll feel involved in the decision making. So sometimes we just ask them the question, do you think that's all right? More often than not, they'll probably know that it's not all right, and they'll go, no, that's a bit weird that, or no, Daddy, or no, Mummy, I don't like that. They're as honest as you like, aren't they, children? They're so honest, and they know what they're looking at a lot of the time. They really know what is going on. Be aware that your child might talk about friends who use apps or visit sites that you've decided aren't suitable. Be ready to discuss your reasons, but recognise that they may not agree with you. Listen carefully for the reasons why. That's how I found out about the Year 3 people that we've got that had a YouTube channel. It was his mates that were saying, this person's got a YouTube channel with loads of videos. And it was there where I went, all right, okay. And so it'll probably be, that's the way you hear it. They probably won't say, oh, I did this. They're like, my friend did this. So if you just listen, it might be just something that you just go, you just hear some key thing, and they might even be talking about themselves, like, it's me that did it, or it's my friend. They always like to blame the friend, don't they? That's what I did anyway when I was in primary school, always blame someone. Go through the final list of sites that you both agree are okay, and then work out how you'll discuss it. So you just literally go in, yeah, this is okay, and if they come across a new site, you just have a look at it together, it might be okay. There's so many links now between sites, that's what's frightening. You can go from CBeebies to some X-rated website within about 4 links. Not in all cases, but that's the frightening bit. It's how quickly those links come to something that they shouldn't do. You think that there'd be no way, but there is. It's frightening how quickly you can get from one website to another. It's just by accident sometimes. Okay. So be specific. What exactly has made them feel uncomfortable? It's as if they feel uncomfortable. Is it people or animals being hurt? Nasty comments about others? I don't think our pupils at this stage in MCPA are being nasty with each other online. I don't think that's happening. At this stage, up to Year 3, my key concern is just that they do not see or they do not post things that could make them trackable to a certain place or to a certain school or to a certain address. I'm not frightening anybody there. I don't want to say that people can start coming to your address and stuff like that, but it's better to not have your location settings open so that when your child posts something maybe on your Facebook or your Twitter or your Snapchat, that they can work out where it's come from. Link these things to the real world and explain that you're always here to protect them and help them online and off. Reassure your child that they can always talk to you about anything that makes them feel uncomfy. Show them how to report or block on the sites and apps they use. Use NetAware to find out how. Now, I've mentioned this, privacy settings and location settings, they're the 2 biggies that will help you with your devices today. But there's a brilliant website that I found called NetAware, and it is really good. This is a COP free phone number for online help. And there's just a little video here which I'll show you guys. I'm hoping the sound works. These people that are employed to take phone calls all day long, 24/7, from concerned parents. And this is just like a summary of some of the things that they hear and talk about. That's there all the time, that is there all the time. But another good online resource that I found, guys, is this one here, and it's called netaware.org.uk. If you find that your child is spending a particular amount of time on a certain website or a certain game, this website will show you how you can change any of the settings in there. So for example, if we type in, I don't think many people are using Snapchat, but let's just say they're using Snapchat. That does work for Snapchat. So whatever your app is that you're concerned with, or whatever the website is, believe it or not, Facebook is, you really meant to only have your profile when you're 13 years of age on Facebook. There are loads of settings on here. It tells you exactly how to change the settings on Facebook. So if you went to privacy settings, this will take you directly to Facebook's settings for how you change settings on Facebook. It's not just for like social media either, so there's a lot of games that our pupils are playing, like Minecraft and some CBeebies games, and these are games where they can talk to each other online. And not to frighten anybody, but that is one of the new ways in which like the youth are being exploited online and getting in touch with it through gaming. So you think that is, the only people that are going to be playing games is children, but it's actually quite an efficient way for groomers to get in touch with kids, because it's an environment built for kids. So you can put in like different games. I don't think really anybody's playing Call of Duty. But look, it's like literally all sorts of different details for different kinds of games, websites, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, pretty much anything that you can think of. There's a link that's built personally to that app. So that's pretty much it from me.